Yo, what's going on, guys? Ted Leonsis has said that, yes, Washington Wizards are moving out of downtown DC and into another part of the DMV, Nova, Northern Virginia. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, so if you guys know, there's basically Maryland, the Baltimore, Annapolis area, and then there's the DC area, and then there's Northern Virginia and like the Arlington area. So the Washington Wizards and the Washington Capitals majority owner Ted Leonsis announced that his NBA and NHL franchise, we assume we'll talk about the WNBA team, I guess, near the end. I don't really care for them, but like we'll speculate or see if they have anything, if they're going to keep the stadium for them or here nor there. But they announced that the Capitals and the Wizards will be moving from downtown DC to Northern Virginia by 2028 into a new arena. Linus, the founder, the chairman, and the CEO of Monumental Sports and Entertainment, said in a news release that the company has reached the framework of an agreement of a new entertainment district in the Potomac Yard area of Alexandria, Virginia. That's where all the yummy mummies and like the money's at. So, and they had appeared on today in Virginia with Governor Glenn Youngkin at a news conference, calling it a public-private partnership. A committee of Virginia lawmakers approved the proposal of a new sport and mixed campus use area Monday, but the full state legislature still has to sign off on it by early 2024 before the state legislation session goes into recess, which is typically in March, April, depending on your local municipalities rulings and a bunch of other things that doesn't have to hear in this video. But basically it has to go through the state body, which is the state senate and the state house. It just got approved in the house, so now it's going to the senate, and then it's got to go to the governor's desk. Governor's obviously going to sign off on it, but you got to make sure the state senate is going to be cool with it, which seems like it will be. The campus will include a new headquarters for Monumental Sports, a Washington Wizards practice facility, a performing arts venue, and an expanded esports facility in addition to the new arena, according to the news release. They're saying that they're committed to providing a world-class fan experience while continuously evolving their teams, deepening its community ties, and solidifying its roles in the leadership. As of right now, we don't know how much public funding is going to be in this. They're saying that DC mayor last Tuesday, Muriel Bowser, and DC councilman Phil Medelson unveiled their legislation, which would have provided $500 million in financing toward an $800 million project called Renovate Capital One Arena to create the state-of-the-art urban area, basically doing there. But so right here, okay, so this is where I wanted to go back. So they're keeping Capital One Arena. So the Wizards have played in Capital One Arena, originally called MCI Center, in DC's Chinatown since 1997, when former owner Abe Poland moved the franchise from Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland, the city where the Washington Commanders currently play. Monumental Sports says it would plan to update Capital One Arena to be the future home of the Washington Mystics, the WNBA team. So the WNBA team's getting is going to stay in the Capital One, which is perfect for the WNBA. It's in a good location. They kind of need that. I don't know. I mean, it might bleed them dry, but we'll find out. Now, the whole thing is the Mystics play and practice at the Entertainment Sports Arena in Southeast Washington alongside the Capital City Go-Go, and the G League team would also remain at that arena. And they're, like I said, the DC mayor and council chairman are looking to spend, $500 million of taxpayer dollars to create an urban district or an urban entertainment district and update the arena. Now, the move that this is probably a hardball stage because supposedly the Capital One Arena was the worst building in professional sports, even though I know a lot of people have an affinity for it from being from Baltimore, Maryland. And the Capital One Arena has been a linchpin in the revitalization of downtown DC's economic corridor since its opening. And obviously, if Linus takes his team to Virginia, it's obviously going to be a devastating blow in the Penn Quarter District in which it resides. So we'll see what happens there. But Linus previously said he would stay in DC at Capital One if the city provided him with $600 million toward a proposal of $800 million in renovation. Monumental would reportedly fund only $200 million to the project. The city, through Bowser, has indicated negotiations with Linus on the proposed renovation are still ongoing. Linus has spent millions of dollars to construct brand new studio spaces with state-of-the-art cameras, production facilities in a building next door to Capital One. So the Virginia move obviously is serious about getting into pro sports for their team, and they've tried to woo the Commanders for years now. And going from Alexandria, from Washington, it kind of does alienate Baltimore fans from me, because it turns a drive that's already a 45 minutes to an hour with traffic to basically could be 2 hours some days. So you're now more of a southern team also. That's one thing I'm going to say. You are more of a southern team at this point. So I want to jump around in this video if we can. 1 second, let me go back. There are points in this video that I think where they kind of display it. My apologies, I've just been showing you guys them talking. But here is, as it loads, there is a part in this where they show like the building. But besides that, I think as a whole, how do I think about this? I think it's all right. I'm not like the biggest fan. I think it's interesting. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I believe this is the Washington Dulles Airport, right? Is what they're saying. And what they're showing right here, that's Washington Dulles. And then you have over here, that would be the arena, this the entertainment district, because that's the whole new thing. What's in fashion is you have an arena, and then you want to have other sports arenas nearby within walking distance, hopefully. And then you want a casino, you want hotels, you want a couple apartments, and maybe a couple condos. And then you have a bunch of bars, nightlife, gentrified a little bit. And then you basically throw a TIF tax on that thing. And what a TIF tax is that area has an extra tax. So basically, if you're a 6% sales tax state, when you spend money in a TIF tax area, you're actually paying maybe 12%. So that area generates double tax profit because there's a TIF tax, which repays the amount of taxpayer dollars. It's a whole very convoluted thing that they do. This is how, if you ever wonder, like, why do cities pay $500 million? Well, they're going to make that money back tenfold, because they're going to be taxing the shit out of everything that goes there, because they get a say now. So there is a reason for this. There's a reason why Virginia wants to do this. Virginia is actually a rich state, so they have the money to pull this around. And this could be a discussion of so many other political things, but it's cool. But that's it. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good jazz. I'm done. Bye.